can see that.
Are we ready?
Have you got? I've got my questions.
I've got
Have you
mine.
got? You've
Yeah,
got
you
your
got yours?
questions.
I'm ready. Okay.
That's all right.
Are we ready?
Yeah. As the dogs are.
Are we ready? Okay.
Shall we start in a minute?
Shall we start now?
Yeah.
That's not on.
Okay.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Jane and my husband Mike does everything behind the camera, except as you can see, he's on camera today.
Today I'm in front of the camera.
He's in front of the camera. We're a thrifty, frugal and money-saving couple and we are early retirees. We're British and we live in Brittany in northwest France. And every Wednesday we share, is it funny being here?
Yeah.
And every Sunday we share an aspect of our private lives, of the things that we do personally to save money. Now, this is a bit weird because what we've done is we've set each other a task. We've both sent each other away with a notepad and say, write down 3 things. So I've written down 3 things that you do to save us money. And you've written down 3.
Well, I've written down 3 things that I think you do really well that saves us money.
Oh, that's really good, isn't it? Okay, let's get going.
As we do.
Do you want me to start?
You can start, my love.
All right.
You go first. Ladies first.
Thank you. All right, let's go for this one. Okay, this is the first thing about you, Mike, is that you never say that you can't do something.
Okay.
So whatever we've needed to do to our home or in our life or anything like that, you've never just said, I can't do that. You've always taken the perspective that that's something that you can't do yet.
Yeah.
And it's something that you're going to learn to do. So I'm just thinking about all the things that you couldn't do before we bought this house. So things like when we came here and it was an absolute shell, you worked with a builder. So,
I did.
So we employed one builder and you worked with him and you learned a lot from him. And
a hell of a lot from him, yeah.
And you just got in there and you were like his labourer.
Yeah, I was his apprentice,
you were his
basically. Apprentice and his labourer. Yeah.
And from all of that and all the things that you could do. So you've never had a huge garden like this before.
No.
So you've learned loads of things about gardening, loads of things about landscaping. Like you took yourself off and became a qualified arborist.
Arborist, so I could chainsaw safely. That was the main thing. Anyone can pick up a chainsaw, but I wanted to pick up a chainsaw
and not chop your leg off
and still have 10 fingers.
That was it.
Sorry,
okay, there was that too. So there was all those things. So whenever I think of things like, all the drywalling, all the insulation, all of the stuff that you've done, that has just
all the stuff you can see.
Yeah, everything all around us here.
All the walls.
Yeah, everything. And carpentry.
Yes.
You weren't a carpenter, but you are now.
No, I've got more. I used to have a hammer and my Swiss Army knife was the tools I started off with.
Full toolkit now. So whatever it is, whatever you've approached, you have saved us thousands and thousands by just thinking to yourself, well, I can't do it yet. I'll learn how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Is that on? Yeah.
Recording.
Food. My wife, sat here, is the queen of food. Oh, it's a frugal queen of food. So the main thing you do is the start of it, you're a blooming good cook.
Thank you.
All right? A blooming good cook. So you can look in the fridge and I can see a fried egg sandwich in the fridge from the ingredients. I know there's a loaf of bread and some eggs, fried egg sandwich. My wife can see a frittata. So today, what was it today? It was
sort of leftovers.
There's leftovers, but so we had coronation chicken.
Leftovers.
What was in the frittata? You managed to dig some ham out the back of the fridge, some cauliflower out the back of the fridge, and some cheese, and obviously the eggs that I would have put in a fried egg sandwich. So I had a feast today because my wife has got the cooking skills. She loves looking for new stuff to eat as well. So all the stuff like the TikToks and stuff like that, and the fact that we've got an air fryer, there's lots of little hacks that you love learning new recipes. There are twists on old recipes. And I'm the guinea pig, and I can safely say that 9 out of 10 of them are delicious.
Ooh.
1 out of 10, But Jane knows. Jane doesn't like 1 out of 10
No,
either.
I don't like them either.
They're the ones that you don't like.
I can't think of those.
But we can always put more mayonnaise on those. That's fine.
I put way too much melted cheese in whatever we had for dinner last night, and that was a bit gooey, wasn't it?
It was a little bit gooey.
A bit cheesy.
But nothing. You can't go wrong with cheese. The other thing, before I got my notes. The other thing Jane is good at is sussing out the deals and recognising a real deal from a marketing deal. So you've seen our videos about the apps and stuff like that. Jane's good at hunting through the apps. And then when we go shopping, we hit the shops in the order that Jane has sussed out. So normally it starts with Lidl because they've got all the basics. And then it might be Netto for some wacko deals. Then Leclerc. And our final shop that we sometimes miss out altogether if we don't need it might be an Intermarché, because Intermarché sells everything, but the deals aren't as hot. So yeah, you're my frugal queen of food. You keep me fed and at a price, and it's always absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
She's delicious.
About Mike, and he's really, 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 really good at forensically researching absolutely everything that we need, whether it's if we're house hunting and he's looking into taxation, or that's another one, taxation. Everyone will tell you how bureaucratic France is.
They love paperwork.
Oh my gosh. And if we had to pay accountants and we had to pay people to do work on paper for everything that we have to do, it would cost us so very much money. But what Mike has done, and I need to sort of rewind the clock here, because he worked for the government. He worked in local government, and he worked in, the stuff he did was about, was about legality and compliance and financial and accounting. And he's just transferred those skills here. And he is absolutely excellent at all of the research that you have to do to stay in budget. And he's really, really good at it. So it doesn't matter if he's looking for lighting, a sofa, he's finding us a TV, a new car. He has done the research. Which car will be the cheapest to put new tyres on? Which car would cost us the least to insure? Which car has got the highest safety rating that will last the longest? What engine is it? Could we get 250,000 kilometres out of that engine? He's really, really good at finding the right people as well to give him the information that he's looking for. He's just so good at that. I mean, he should have been a spy. He should have been a spy. Like when we're house hunting, for example, he can find a picture, look out the window, get on a map, and then find it.
Because the French, they'll hide a property. They won't necessarily have a picture of the front of the house.
No, they won't.
But they'll have a picture of the garden, and what village it's in.
You might get a glimpse out the window. Sometimes that gives things away. But
I can normally find it.
So Mike, with those sort of forensic research skills, he's been really good at the stuff like all the solar that we've used and the tech that we've put in our house. I mean, everything from installing the internet, the router systems, making it all work, learning video editing, all of those skills. That's that kind of forensic level of research that he does. He's so smart. He really is. He is the brains of the outfit. He really, really is.
Jane's got bits of paper that says that she's brainy, but
you're the brains of the outfit.
I haven't got any bits of paper.
So there we go. So it's like, and just mastering French accounting, mastering the French taxation system has just, I mean, we've never had to use an accountant. We've always submitted our accounts. They've always been spot on.
Yeah, we've been, very good.
We're really good. So well done you on that one.
Thank you very much. My bill is in the post.
What's he going to say
My
about
focus.
me next?
There we go.
What's he going to say about me next?
Number 2 for my wife.
Okay, go.
Dirty. Dirty hands. She's good at getting her hands dirty. You are.
Go on.
Well, you're my. Especially when we do things together, you're very good at getting your hands dirty. So we'll go do things together. Like when we had the logs delivered. We have 16 cords. I don't know. It's like 5 tons of logs. 4 cords. 4 cords. 16
cubic meters.
16 cubic meters of wood.
That's a lot of wood.
And the video is from last year. It gets delivered, but we have to move it twice and then stack it. And we do it together. She doesn't just leave me to get on with it. She mucks in and helps me do it, and has great pride in doing it as well, don't you?
I love it.
And that's our exercise for the blooming week. That is.
that is.
Yeah. We have lots of lollies after that.
And we do have ice lollies.
There's other things like we dig out the river every year. Every year, at the beginning of every year, we've got to get our wellies on, get our hands dirty, and dredge all the weeds out the river. Because otherwise, coming in the summer, you can't see the river.
No.
And so you get in there with your marigolds, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Your marigolds on.
I hate it.
And you use that.
I hate it.
But, yeah.
Yeah, we don't like it, do we?
No, it's the bugs as well. If there's any red spots on us,
we don't know. We've got chicken pox at the moment.
We know we're not ill. No. We've just been bitten by the bugs.
Yeah.
Another one is my wife is the painter of the doors. So all the door frames in the house, all the doors in the house, she's got good eye for the small bit. She paints every single one of them. She's been painting doors today. 3 or 4 coats on the door. It'll be hung up, and she'll spot some flaws and give it another dib and dab, won't you?
Thank you.
That's all right. What's your other skill? Your other dirty hand stuff? Plants. She's a brilliant gardener. She's also brilliant about sourcing the plants for free.
Yay.
As well. So, I mean, here in France, it's Facebook, and there's lots of gardeners who've got spare plants here and there, but you're good at sussing out who's got the spare plants.
Digging them up.
And we go and dig them up, like what's the big rhubarb called?
Gunnera.
The gunnera. You've probably seen pictures of that before. And that's mucky and dirty and smelly.
Swampy.
But gorgeous stuff. It's a gorgeous big plant. So my wife is very good at getting her hands dirty, mucking in, helping us on our whole journey. Our journey. That's all right, my dove. No trouble.
Oh, number 3 about Mike.
3 for you. You're 3.
I'm on my 3rd. So here we go. This is about you.
Right.
You just painted me with a pen.
Never mind.
I'll wash yourself. Right. The 3rd thing about you that really is a big money saver is that you're just a very flexible person. You're not set in your ways at all. There's not something, you're not like, I have to do it this way or I have to do it that way. So you're okay with finding a way, whether you like it or not, or you'll just adapt to it.
Yeah.
That will save us money. So just thinking things like, because of that, you've got this kind of real growth mindset. So that way that, for example, with houses, the houses that we have bought through the years, if I go back through from our very first house in Alexander Road, in Ford, in Plymouth, onto our next house in Wilton Street, and then we had a couple of houses in this garden. We're on our second house here in Plymouth, in France, that we've never, ever, ever been able to afford a nice house in a nice area, and that we've always had to buy the house that we can afford. And then through sort of like sheer hard work and graft, turn it into the house that we want. And we already know that our next house, to afford a house in the south of France, is never going to be the house that we want.
No, it will inevitably need work. It'll need something doing to it. The degree of it is less than this one, because this one is...
It needed rebuilding, didn't it? Yeah, it needed rebuilding.
It came with a new roof, but everything underneath it was replaced.
Yeah. So I think that flexibility means that you've got a real vision to see that even though we haven't got much money, we've never had much money, that we can find a way to make it work. So if I've had a vision or you've had a vision, we've both kind of shared it and put the effort in. But with you, it really is your flexibility to, like I said, find a way. If you didn't know how to do it, you've found a way to do it. And it's been, I would say, our biggest money saver.
Yeah. Well, you sometimes have the vision, then I'll follow you to the ends of the earth.
Oh, that's nice.
That's adaptable, isn't it?
It is adaptable. Press a button.
And finally, number 3 for Jane. Obviously, it's budgeting. She's the queen of the numbers. So we can live below our means, whatever, and the means aren't great. They never have been. We've never had a massive income.
We've never had big means, have we?
We've never had big means.
No, not had a lot of means.
No. So we know to count every penny as it comes in, rather than just watch it, count it as it goes out, so we know where we're going. There's a couple of videos on the budgeting that you can watch.
There's a few of those. We've got a few of them, haven't we?
But you're always good. You're always good at the planning of the stuff. I've got notes because I can't remember all the things. Saving up for a project. So I don't know. We're getting a new ceiling, getting new chandeliers. We don't just buy it and then suss the money out for it. We suss the money out.
You
first.
do the research.
You
do the research.
I do the research.
And then I'll set the budget.
You set the budget.
And then we'll look at the ways that we could.
You choose the options, because I've got to give you a couple of options.
And then we'll talk through a sinking fund.
Yeah.
And then we'll save the money.
Eventually buy it. And then you tell me where you want to put it.
That'll be about it.
That's
really.
joint working, isn't it? See, it's teamwork. Teamwork in our house. No, so that's, and it's the money thing as well. You're good at bargain hunting for all the bits and bobs that we've got in the house. I mean, years ago, if you're British, it was things called free ads. So it's actual newspapers. You go through the newspaper and look at Exchange and Mart and stuff like that.
Back, isn't it?
So gents leather jacket and all that. There's always a gents leather jacket and back of the free ads or the back of the newspaper. Obviously charity shops, and in England they're car booters. Over here they're called vidi greniers. And then when the internet came along, the first, even before Facebook, there was something called Free Cycle.
Oh, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Free Cycle was amazing. It was full of people waiting for people to post stuff so they could snatch it, because it was all free stuff. There was no money. The idea was that if we don't want it anymore, someone else will have it. And we've got rid of paint and fridges and freezers.
Oh, we've got freezers.
But it was on both ways. Yeah.
We've got freezers.
Yeah.
Freezers, people have given them away because they're rusty.
They're rusty, or they've had a new kitchen fitted and it's the wrong colour. And they're good enough to say, save us a tip to the trip. A tip to the trip.
I used to sit there like you used to in the Stone Age, when you sit there on a real computer.
With a wire going to
the wire in the wall, waiting for something to come up and then go, yes, please. And then we'd have to, round the back streets of Mutley, wouldn't we?
That's right. There was you had to be quick on those, because it was been and gone. That was all the way. So you're the
thank you,
the queen of numbers.
Oh, thank you.
In a nice way. There you go. That's your last one. Is that it?
I think we can have one.
All
of
right,
those.
we go.
Boom. I think that's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. All of those cliches.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
making it work.
We're a team. We're the dream team.
Yeah, we're skint but making it happen. Thanks for watching.
We're skint, but we're not poor. But are we poor? I don't know what we are.
I don't think we are.
No.
Rich in imagination.
Rich, but not monetarily.
Yeah, that'll do.
There we go.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you leave a comment, that if you're not a subscriber, because we know that 50% of you are not subscribers, that you hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.